Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. The once strong camaraderie between JT and Nicki Minaj has now completely deteriorated, as they find themselves embroiled in a heated online battle, accusing each other of various misdeeds. You might remember how Nicki used to shower JT with praise and even take her under her wing. But now, Nicki has not only distanced herself from JT but also seemingly cast her aside. JT, on the other hand, has fired back by accusing Nicki of using her for clout and then discarding her when she was no longer useful. JT has also accused Nicki of doing the same to other female rappers, including Ice Spice, claiming Nicki uses them to elevate her own image. This situation has fans buzzing with curiosity about the growing tension between Nicki and JT, as well as between Nicki and Ice Spice. The drama escalated when Ice Spice's close friend, Baby Storm, spilled the tea, revealing that Ice Spice had been secretly harboring negative feelings toward Nicki, even calling her selfish and silly behind her back. This was particularly shocking given that Nicki had played a significant role in boosting Ice Spice's career, not only crowning her the princess of rap but also collaborating with her on two successful tracks, Princess Diana and Barbie World. Both songs made it to the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, which led many to believe that Ice Spice and Nicki had a close relationship. However, the plot thickened when Baby Storm and Ice Spice had a falling out, and Baby Storm exposed text messages where Ice Spice was caught trash-talking Nicki. The real shocker came when Ice Spice claimed that she was the one who initially approached Nicki to appear on the Barbie album, suggesting that she was the one doing Nicki a favor. Ice Spice even implied that Nicki was unaware of the opportunity she had been given and that she, Ice Spice, was the one who brought Nicki into the project. She referred to Nicki as her mother, but not in a complimentary way, instead describing her as selfish and silly. Things took a more public turn when Nicki unfollowed both Ice Spice and JT on Instagram, a move that sent fans into a frenzy of speculation. The unfollowing, especially of JT, who had always been supportive of Nicki, raised many eyebrows. JT had even gotten into a public feud with Cardi B to prove her loyalty to Nicki. So, why would Nicki suddenly turn on her? The streets were buzzing with rumors that Nicki had discovered JT's true intentions, suspecting that JT had only been using her for clout and never genuinely liked her.
To add fuel to the fire, old tweets and videos resurfaced showing JT and her City Girls partner, Young Miami, dissing Nicki Minaj. In one instance, JT tweeted that she didn't like Nicki because she acts like she runs things and expressed her desire for Cardi B to take over. In an old Facebook Live video, JT and Young Miami were seen mocking Nicki and making it clear that they had chosen sides in Nicki's feud with Cardi B. Despite their previous animosity, they later changed their tune, professing their love for Nicki and expressing a desire to work with her, claiming to be big fans. Initially, Nicki ignored the shade thrown by JT and Young Miami, but eventually, she revealed that she had always known about their negative comments. She confessed that while she had considered collaborating with them at one point, she couldn't ignore the repeated instances of them dissing her. She shared that, as a human being, it's difficult to overlook repeated negative comments, especially when they come from people she might have considered working with. However, Nicki eventually decided to let bygones be bygones, revealing that she had a conversation with JT and Young Miami over the phone, and they decided to move forward and make new memories. Both JT and Young Miami responded positively to Nicki's tweet, with Miami calling Nicki the queen and JT thanking her for her time and advice, expressing love for Nicki. Despite this apparent reconciliation, things between Nicki and JT have not been entirely smooth. JT even got into a public spat with Cardi B after Cardi referred to JT as Nicki's lapdog. JT, however, stood her ground and continued to support Nicki. This led many to believe that all was well between Nicki and JT, but rumors have surfaced that JT was in talks with Roc Nation to sign a management deal with them, similar to what Megan Thee Stallion had done. If this is true, it could be a major betrayal in Nicki's eyes, especially considering her strained relationship with Roc Nation, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. Nicki has been vocal about her belief that Roc Nation has been trying to sabotage her career, accusing them of being on a mission to bring her down. You may recall when Megan Thee Stallion threw shade at Nicki earlier this year in her song Thought SHT, which Nicki didn't take lightly. Nicki clapped back at Megan and even accused Roc Nation of financing Megan despite her claims of being an independent artist. Nicki wasn't buying it and didn't hesitate to call them out, sharing a screenshot of a Roc Nation ad featuring Megan and accusing them of spending a lot of money to promote her while Megan claimed to be broke. Nicki didn't stop there, threatening to expose Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, accusing her of allegedly firing people for unknown reasons and hurting many others. Nicki made it clear that she believes Roc Nation has been trying to replace her, and she's not going to let that happen without a fight. The animosity between Nicki Minaj and Roc Nation isn't a new development, it has roots stretching back to Nicki's tumultuous relationship with Meek Mill. During their high-profile romance, which ended bitterly, Nicki was reportedly ready to release a tell-all narrative that would expose Meek Mill for allegedly abusing her. At the time, Meek was signed to Roc Nation, which supposedly intervened and persuaded Nicki to keep quiet about the matter.
Shortly thereafter, the project was shelved, and Nicki felt that Roc Nation's influence played a significant role in silencing her. This incident only fueled her belief that Roc Nation had a vendetta against her. Adding to the drama, Nicki has accused Roc Nation of orchestrating smear campaigns against her. She claims that the organization has been paying people to create negative content about her on social media, including TikToks and tweets designed to tarnish her reputation. Allegedly, people were paid around $250 to post disparaging remarks about Nicki, only to later claim that they were still fans of hers. This covert operation, according to Nicki, aimed to undermine her standing in the industry and sway public opinion against her. The tension between Nicki and Roc Nation is compounded by the possibility that JT might sign with them. If JT decides to join Roc Nation, Nicki has made it clear that she will not be sending any congratulatory flowers. Given her current feud with the organization, any association between JT and Roc Nation would likely be viewed as a direct betrayal. Nicki's recent comments on Queen Radio have only intensified the situation. She took to the platform to criticize female rappers who, according to her, turned down her support to sign with bigger names, implying that these artists prefer working with more prominent entities rather than acknowledging her contributions to their careers. Nicki suggested that these artists end up aligning with major players in the industry, whom she describes as the white people, to gain prominence. Her frustration seemed to be aimed at those who have benefited from her influence but have then chosen to work with others. In response to these allegations, JT has accused Nicki of being controlling. She claimed that Nicki allegedly tried to sign her to an unfavorable record deal, and when JT declined, Nicki became bitter and accused her of being ungrateful. JT has now asserted that Nicki only used her to one-up Cardi B and that Nicki never genuinely liked her in the first place. Fans have been vocal in their reactions to Nicki's public disputes with Ice Spice and JT. Some believe that Nicki's behavior indicates a pattern of problematic relationships with other artists, suggesting that she might be the common denominator in these conflicts. There are comments floating around that label Nicki as a mean girl, pointing out that at 41, she is still engaged in petty squabbles, and her personal life, including her marriage to a convicted criminal, has become fodder for public discussion. Critics argue that Nicki's alleged jealousy and need for dominance in the spotlight contribute to these ongoing feuds. Despite Nicki's public support for Ice Spice and JT in the past, it appears that tensions simmer beneath the surface. Ice Spice's apparent disrespect, coupled with JT's alleged disloyalty, has led to a series of public spats and unfollowings that only serve to amplify the drama. The industry is rife with speculation about Nicki's motivations and the authenticity of her relationships with other artists. In summary, the feuds between Nicki Minaj and her former collaborators, including Ice Spice and JT, highlight the complex and often volatile nature of relationships within the music industry. From allegations of clout chasing to accusations of manipulation and sabotage, these disputes underscore the high stakes and intense emotions that characterize celebrity interactions. As the situation continues to evolve, fans and industry observers alike are left to wonder about the future of these relationships and the impact they will have on the broader landscape of hip-hop.